It is so easy to make money with honeybees. I wish I had done this years ago when I was younger, but I was busy working and building a house and all this other things and raising a family. I didn't have time to spend with honeybees, but I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I've gone from one colony to 254. And what do I mean by easy to make money? Well, if you make new colonies, you have to sell them. Forget about the honey. There's more money in selling honeybees, and this is a problem. I'm a collector. It's hard for me to sell all my colonies, or not all of them, but just a large majority of them, sell any colony at all. And what happens is I'll keep them and trying to get them through winter when they bring in all these toxic chemicals throughout the summer that the crop farmers put into the environment. And it's hard to get them through winter. But a commercial beekeeper would be interested in buying my bees towards the end of summer, and they would take them down south where they could keep them going and they wouldn't have to worry about them dying. Now, when you're making your own queens, the last time I bought queens was from Foley's Russian Bees, and they were crap. It was a waste of money. Half of them died during shipping, and I never got a refund for that. Jason Foley's a crook. His queens were crap. The ones that survived were crap. So I had experience breeding my own queens previous to that, so I went back to that because my queens are so much better. And when you have a mating nuke that it doesn't produce a virgin queen, either they don't make a virgin queen through queen cells, or the virgin queen gets lost, and you start it over, put in another frame of brood and eggs. A lot of times I probably have over 150 different mating nukes right now. So I've got virgin queens flying back and forth in the afternoon every day. It's June 22nd. And a lot of times they don't go back to the original hive. If they find one that has a frame of brood in it, it's more enticing to them to go to that hive than it is to go back to the hive they came from that may not have a lot of brood in it. So this right here is this is a mating nuke. They failed on their first try, and they were on their second try. And I was checking for a virgin queen because it's important to keep good notes, and I number my hives, number and letter. And sometimes I'll put a piece of tape on there. My gray ones they go anywhere. I could change the number or the letter, but the ones I paint, it's hard. I'm not going to paint over that. So I've got some hives where I just put tape on them and number them or letter them. And I was expecting, well, this one right here, this first one right here, this is smaller. I was looking for a virgin queen. This is a smaller colony. It's going to tip over. It's on the edge. But I found a laying queen in that one. So then I'm going to the second one here, and this was set up for a 5 frame too. This colony wasn't this large the last time. I've had one absconding sometime last week. I'm not sure when it happened. And with the number of hives that I have, they're more likely to go from there. What happened was I had a colony that was doing really bad, and I split it, and I put it in a frame of brood. I think I did, or whatever. But anyway, they got a laying queen right away, which was kind of odd. Okay, they got a laying queen. So a couple weeks after I wrote down in my notebook here, they got a laying queen in that colony. I walked through and there was no bees in the hive. And what had happened was that the colony previous to that one, before I split it, wasn't doing well, and somehow they got some wax moth eggs or something in that when I split it. And there was one wax moth caterpillar that caused that colony to leave that hive. So it could be this colony here. I don't mark my queens, and I know they have little sticker numbers you can put on your queen. I don't have time for any of that stuff. So this queen here brought her colony with her, and just to show you the quality of my queens, majority of all my queens are huge. I'm going to have to pause this. Okay, right there she is. It didn't cost me anything to create this queen in this colony here. This is worth 150 bucks. $150. Okay, and I've made 50 of these already in the last, I don't know, 6 weeks. 50 times 150. Okay, that's $7,500 in 6 weeks. My math is correct, right? So that's why I'm saying this is easy money. It's easy to make money with honeybees. The thing is, it's also easy to lose money. You have to take the money while you can get it. Like, if I were to keep these bees through winter, I'd probably lose a third of them because of the toxic chemicals in their hive. During the summer, they do all right because the bees don't live very long and the queen can lay. But during the winter, when that queen's not laying, and she has to rely on the bees that she went into winter with to start over the following spring, and sometimes there's not enough bees because they all died. The chemicals shorten their lives. When that's what majority of my queens look like, just like that. And I never had that kind of success with queens that I bought from anybody. Okay, so this is easy money. I'm an electrical contractor. If we make $150, I charge them $40 an hour. You know, it's what, 3.5 hours or so? 3.5 hours worth of work. Where this right here, $150, the bees did the work. All I had to do was split them and check them. I love this. I go through every day and I check my notes and see who has to be. I check for queen cells on the 5th day, make sure I have queen cells in a mating nuke. And then on the 14th day, I go back through and I check for virgin queen. Okay, and then if they have a virgin queen, I'll mark that. If they don't have a virgin queen, I start it over. And then 8 days after I verified a virgin queen in the mating nuke, I go back through and check and see if she's mated or laying or still in the hive, and you do it in the morning, okay? I give a queen 12 days. After 12 days, I kill her. That means she didn't get mated. And you can tell when they're mated. They'll be a little bit bigger than they were when they were a virgin. And then just before they start laying, they'll be about that size. But as soon as they start laying, they really swell up, okay? It's very simple, easy money. I don't know why more people aren't doing it. Okay? Thank you.